Hey, thanks for joining us here to the Bardstown Weather Center here this evening. As you can tell, we are tracking multiple weather warnings here. Um, so let's get. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. And we'll zoom in on some of these warnings here. Okay, so on the so we have a severe thunderstorm warning. That's this one right here. This is just by the Brandenburg area here. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:30 p.m. Central Time for Central Harrison, Central Crawford, Northeastern Perry, Meade, Northwestern Hardin, and Northeastern Breckinridge counties. At 8:09 p.m. Eastern Time or 7:09 p.m. Central Time, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from near Carefree Town to 11 miles southeast of Brandenburg, moving southwest at 15 miles per hour. Hazards include 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Source radar indicated impact. Expect damage to roof siding and trees. Locations impacted include Corydon, Brandenburg, Carefree Town, Radcliffe, Webster, Vine Grove, Irvington, Muldrove, Middletown, and West Point. So that's for that thunderstorm. It's moving to the southwest at 15. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a track on that. So it's moving. So this cell here is moving to the southwest at about 15. This is 15 miles an hour. Doesn't really show a town there, so, but it is. Well, it's there anyway. Matter of fact, let me click this. This will bring up the town here on our map here. As let me move myself out of the way here. As you can tell, it's going to be down here at Marketport at about 8:35, Carefree at about 8:37, Brandenburg about 8:42. There, give or take there on that. Alright, we'll move to the next adjacent warning here that's out for is this one here, and let's get that here. The National Weather Service in Louisville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Du Bois County in south central Indiana, Perry County in south central Indiana, northwestern Meade County in central Kentucky, central Breckinridge County in central Kentucky until 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time or 7:45 p.m. Central Time. At 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:01 p.m. Central Time, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from 7 miles southwest of Jasper to 18 miles southwest of Paoli to near English to 13 miles south of Brandenburg, moving south at 25 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Source radar indicated impact. Expect damage to roof siding and trees. Locations impacted include Tell City, Hardinsburg, Mount Pleasant, Ferdinand, Kennelton, Lippert, Torrey, Ranger, Gerald, and Ellettsville. And once again, that's for this cell right here. It's moving to the south here. So let's take let's do a. That's going at 25 miles an hour. So we'll draw a track on that here. To the south at about 25 miles an hour, and that will put it at Cloverport, which is right up here. Cloverport at about 9:09 or so in Eastern Time, in that area there, going at that speed. All right. As let me zoom out here for a second here. As we'll go over to our next, or we'll go over to another warning that's over here by the Evansville area, and we'll zoom in there. So we're talking about this cell here, and we'll get the warning text on that. The National Weather Service in Paducah, Kentucky has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central White County in southeastern Illinois, southwestern Wabash County in southeastern Illinois, southern Edwards County in southeastern Illinois, northwestern Warwick County in southwestern Indiana, southern Gibbons County in southwestern Indiana, Vanderburgh County in southwestern Indiana, Posey County in southwestern Indiana, northwestern Henderson County in northwestern Kentucky until 8 p.m. Central Time. At 7:11 p.m. Central Time, strong winds ahead of a line of thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Abingdon to 7 miles northwest of Poseyville to near Lyonsville, moving south at 40 miles per hour. These winds have knocked down some trees in Mount Carmel, Illinois. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts source trained weather spotters. Impact, expect damage to roof siding and trees. Locations impacted include Evansville, Mount Vernon, Carmi, Newburgh, Fort Branch, Mullany Hill, Graysville, Hubbard, Dormant, Owensville, Poseyville, New Harmony, Crossville, Cynthia, Blairsville, Carson, Edwardsfield, Kingsburg, Griffin, and Murney. So that's that's this cell right here. It's had a history of producing some damage. Let me see. I try to find my mouse. What did it go? There it is. All right. Go ahead and zoom out here on that. Move it back this direction here, and we'll show you some towns that will be affected by that here. Is over here, right here, you can see here it'll affect Graysville about 8:26, Poseyville about 8:32, Durham about 8:33, Highland about 8:29, Evansville at 8:46. There on the towns there, so just keep a heads up once again on that. Those are the active warnings we have currently. Once again, are near our or in our viewing area and around our viewing area currently. As once again, it's this line of storms here that continues to move. Are these lines of storms here, and they continue to progress to the south here. So they're moving to the south at a pretty slow clip, but they are moving. Matter of fact, we'll put the radar into motion here, and you'll be able to view the radar as it's updating now. As you can see, the whole line of storms is moving to the south here, so you can see how it's slowly progressing to the south. They did extend the severe thunderstorm watch to several rows of counties to the south here. On here, so we'll just leave the radar up for you for the moment. Stay tuned to the latest here at the Bardstown Weather Center. Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test. Alright, so it looks like they've now canceled that warning that was in effect there, and a new update to this warning has now come out. Alright, so we have an update to this warning here. The severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Du Bois and northwestern Meade counties is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area, therefore the warning has been allowed to expire. Okay, so they got that now. Let me also go back up here. There we go. I put myself back up in here, so we're talking about this warning here. They've canceled the warning to the east of it, or west of it, excuse me, and they still have this warning that's in effect until 8:45 p.m. Eastern, 7:45 p.m. Central at this point. And we still have the warning that's in effect over here toward the Evansville area, as it looks like that's primarily weakened for the most part out here. As we'll so it's looking like it's starting to weaken as it's becoming outflow dominant here. We'll we have a list of towns here. As we have it says Evansville around 8:47. So currently right now we have this warning here, and we have this warning over here. This is the one that's in effect for our viewing area at the moment. Once again, that includes Harrison, Perry, and Meade, and Breckenridge counties currently on that. As a matter of fact, let me pop up the warning window here. Yeah, let me pop up the warning list here so we can have that up. Let me switch it back over here and bring this warning list. The only thing I hate about this. Give me a second. There we go. And now we have that down there, and we can view the various warnings down there, but that's what we have for now listed at the moment. There's many more out there, but that's what's being listed for now. We'll zoom out again here on our radar. So once again, we still have so once again, we still have this one here. This, like I said, this warning here is for our viewing area here, and then we have another warning that is over here, and this is for the Evansville area. That's just outside of our coverage area here. So we're monitoring that at this point. Stay tuned for the latest here If more warnings issue, we'll let you know. Alright, if you're just joining us once again, here on our live severe weather coverage here today is once again we're still tracking this severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, this is for the for this cell here that's just to the east of the Tell City area here. So Tell City is over here. This is where Tell City is right here. And you can see this line of thunderstorms continues to push toward the south here. So it's continued to push toward the south. We're getting a new update now here on the radar. Once again, this warning going until 7:45 p.m. Central Time currently. So we still have, let's see here, we still have about 3 more minutes left on this warning if they decide to extend it. Once again, that's over there, and then we have another warning that's outside of our viewing area, but we know people who have family members stuff living down here in the Evansville area, so we're monitoring them as well. Once again, we'll put a track on this whole thing here, as it looks like it's biting a track here. So if we'll move out of the way here a little bit, and you can see the various towns and stuff there. As a matter of fact, let me move myself, or let me move that if I can. It ain't gonna let me move it, but let me see if I can try. Maybe I didn't want to go that way. Here we go, and try it again and see. It's still going to display it right here, but you can see the towns that are being displayed here. We have Rockport about 8:46, Henderson about, which will be 7:46 third time. Henderson about 7:51, Owensboro about 7:52 Central, and so on there on that storm there. Once again, and a new warning has just come out on that, and this warning now going for so this is a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just popped up here, and we'll get the warning text on that. Let me go ahead and put the information up on screen here. Well, there's that. Okay, give me a second here while I go and get that warning text here. There we go. And I'll read the warning text here on here. So here we go. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, this is for this warning here for southwestern Spencer County and southwestern Indiana, Harrison County and northwestern Kentucky, Davis County and northwestern Kentucky, until 8:15 p.m. Central Time. At 7:40 p.m. Central Time, severe winds out ahead of the approaching thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Mount Vernon to near Evansville to near Ukiah to Howardsville, moving southeast at 50 miles per hour. There has been reports of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds with this line. Hazard 60 mile per hour wind gusts source trained weather spotters. Impact expect damage to roof siding and trees. Locations impacted include Evansville, Owensboro, Henderson, Newboro, Rockport, Corydon, Whitesville, Roberts, Knoxville, St. Joseph, Madisonville, Stanley, Eureka, Mosleyville, Pleasant Ridge, and Hebertsville. Once again, this is this severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, this includes the Owensboro area. Once again, and that warning is until 8:15 p.m. Central Time. Once again, keep in mind that, of course, my radar here only displays it in Eastern Time, so that's why we're giving you the Central Time for that. All right, so we'll go ahead and move it up here. And we'll zoom out a little bit here, but as you can see here's the line as it's continuing here, and it's moving once again to the south. So this entire line here is moving down toward the south here. So that's what we're keeping an eye on. For those who are just tuning in, once again, that's this severe weather warning here. Just to let everyone know, currently all the severe thunderstorm warnings that were in effect for our viewing area have now been allowed to expire once again. So that's obviously a good sign that all the severe weather warnings for our local viewing area anyway have been allowed to expire at this time. But we are still monitoring this line of storms here. They're just outside of our viewing area. Like I said, we have friends who have family who lives in these areas. That's why we're technically still covering this, because normally when storms are outside of our viewing area, we wouldn't really cover it unless we're doing like a national thing. But we're still monitoring this line of storms here. Once again, this whole line of storms, and once again, it's pushing down to the south. So we're once again monitoring that. Stay tuned to the latest here on the Bardstown Weather Center. As thanks for joining us back here. As we said, we're still monitoring this severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, this just outside of our viewing area. Once again, these storms are moving down to the south here. Once again, apologize for the watermark that keeps appearing on my screen. Eventually, we'll get rid of that, but for the time being, we're doing a test here, but with live coverage, of new software here at our studio. But as you can tell, once again, this line of storms is moving down to the south here. And like I said, this warning is just outside of our viewing areas for the Evansville area, which is right about here. So we'll be monitoring that. Let's move down here as we can zoom down here, just to the south of the Elizabethtown area here. We have a batch of some strong cells that are just south of the Hodgensville area. Currently, once again, these are non-severe, but you will have some heavy rainfall within this storm here. So, by the way, we did want to we actually want to show another product here at our studio here, and we'll come down here and we'll put it on for you here. This is our real-time lightning here, at our studios, you can see there's quite a big concentration of lightning going on right around here. So it's there's quite a bit of lightning going on in the storm here. So just keep that in mind there if you're outdoors, wherever, to get inside. Let me go back here. Hide that now. So I was just showing that. Alright, we're now going to we'll zoom out. Once again, bear with us if we're using some new technology once again. So once again, we go back to this severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, it's in effect until it's in effect right here. It's in effect until 8:15 Central Time. Once again, they're on the warning there, and that's for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Once again, this is just to the south of the Evansville area. So Evansville is here, and it's moving once again due south here on the radar once again. So we're monitoring this whole entire complex of storms here that continue to push down to the south here. So we're keeping an eye on that. Once again, these are those post kind of thunderstorms here. As I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to take a couple quarries here of give me a second. I'm going to take a couple quarries in here of downburst potential here. So we're going to go through and put up our downburst potential here, and we'll take a couple quarries of that. Here is so we have about a 56.1. Looking inside the storm here, see what else we can find. There's a 56.5 there. A 59 mile gusts. So as you can tell, we're getting some strong signatures showing up right over here from that. Okay, let me take that off now. There we go. As we were showing that, we'll go back to the reflectivity now on the screen here, and let me pan it over. Once again, so we're still talking about this storm that is just to the south or just around the Evansville area. Once again, as it continues to push south here slowly. Once again, a lot of these thunderstorms are starting to lose their strength here a little bit. As we'll zoom it out here, and we'll put the radar into motion so everyone can see where these storms are heading. As you can tell, they're heading to the south. Once again, you can tell the various things there with that. So they are moving to the south once again. So they are moving down to the south here. So that's currently what's going on there anyway. Let me pause this. There we go. And once again, this is just this line of thunderstorms, and we still have this severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect down here. And like I said, this has been a test of the Bardstown Weather Center. Thanks for joining us here this evening.